Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 150 for the 12th of December, 2021. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And welcome back to the show. 150 episodes, Jody. 3 years have been doing this and only 54 subscribers.
What an insult. Honestly. The blood, sweat and tears we put into this.
Literal tears.
That you put into this is outrageous.
Literal tears.
Yeah.
There's a website and everything, superkellybros.com. You can go to our Facebook page, Super Kelly Bros. fb.me/superkellybros.
Yeah. All 54 of you beautiful, beautiful people.
Thank you very much for subscribing.
Get together. Have a wee Christmas night out together. Spread the word. You know?
Do what they do in Wayne's World. You have a friend, you tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends. Do it like that, and then we'll spread
before
the
you
word.
know it, you've got COVID. In this day and age.
Yes, I just did describe COVID, didn't I? Yes.
Yeah, you did, pretty much.
All right.
You got, especially that Omicron. Omicron.
Yeah. So
my least favourite type of COVID.
Let me. It's Omicron.
Omicron, that's the one. Yeah, it's not my favourite. I think Delta. I think we peaked at Delta. That was my favourite. When we really thought we were in for it, and then this one came out. So which one's going to be better, Delta or Omicron or whatever it is?
This is every time I hear about Omicron. This is what I hear in my head.
I am Lur of the planet Omicron Pussy I Ate.
It's all I hear in my head when I hear Omicron.
Wow.
So there you go. That's out there now.
So it's a Rick and Morty thing then?
No, it's Futurama.
Oh, is that Future? So not only has Matt Goring done that with The Simpsons, with Trump predicted the future, he's done it with Futurama as well. Yeah.
And also Addams Family Value, there's another bit in it where the bit where they go to Camp Cheektowaga, and they get sent to the Happy Caravan, and they've got to watch like Disney movies, and he says, "Oh no, it's Disney movies." And then you hear "The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music." Sound of Music is actually a 20th Century Fox movie, which was not bought by Disney until several years later.
Oh. Are we living in a simulation?
Elon Musk would have you believe that.
Jesus.
What was that?
That was my false leg falling off.
Good for that.
Aye. No, it was my phone.
Your phone fell over, which of course you need.
I do for all my vast notes that I've prepared for the show. That as I always do.
I'm gonna put that to the test in just a second, as soon as I can find the intro clip. Shall we?
Dang nabbit.
So how was your week anyway?
Pretty good actually. I had a lot of IT issues with this new job that I've got, and they finally get resolved.
That's good.
Honestly, I was stressing. So got kind of stuff done, and then made a works night out on Friday.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Went to Edinburgh. Aye, so that was very nice. And kind of lazy Saturday. Nice. And then visiting family today.
Visiting people. Aye. We put up the inside decorations this week, and
I saw some of your decorations. Yeah, some really cool Star Wars stuff there.
The 2021 is probably my favorite. 2020 shit, would not recommend.
Yeah,
I like that one. The Princess Leia R2D2 one.
That's a cracker.
I like that one. Yeah.
That's the beginning of A New Hope, where Princess Leia's putting the plans into R2D2.
Yeah,
that's a great decoration. Where'd you get that?
I'm gonna guess Disney, because like there was a few ones that I don't remember we got. Like there was tour guide mini I've never seen before.
Was that an actual Christmas decoration?
Yeah, it's like a proper Christmas. Like it's massive as well. It's like, you know, I don't know, 3-4 inches long and maybe 3-4 inches. It's kind of squared, like in sort of dimensions.
Note that Slim thinks 3 inches is massive. Anyway, let's move on.
It's for a decoration. I mean, when you think that a normal bauble's about an inch.
Is it? Not my baubles.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Because I said something I shouldn't. No, I was just going to ask, why is that a Christmas? You beep. Oh, dear. Well done. Why is that a Christmas decoration?
What, the Star Wars thing?
Yeah.
Because it was in the Christmas decoration section of whatever store it was we bought, and it has a little loop on it.
Yeah. To hang in your tree, so therefore it's a decoration.
We have it. There's a Guinness one there. We're very corporate. We've got a Guinness one. There's a Stitch one. We've got I'm not going to go through them all, but what's the other one that we've got? That's kind of corporate.
Lots of.
We've got a Starbucks cup as well.
Very corporate. It's as if your tree's sponsored by all these.
That's right. It's not. It's not. No. But you know.
Yeah, there you go. And you've got an inflatable Yoda, Baby Yoda as well.
Baby Yoda as well, yeah. He's right out the front. I actually had to turn him off last night because I had to unplug him last night because the winds were up to like 120 kilometers, which is 18 mile an hour or something.
I was going to say, actually,
quite
windy. Have you grounded him?
Oh no, he's tent pegged in. So I actually bought we did the outdoor lighting last week, so I bought tent pegs to keep the wires down because the post he uses our lawn to get to the next door. He basically sort of starts at the far end, just keeps going. I mean, it makes sense rather than going up and down, up and down, up and down. So I made like one of those little cord plates that you use, like to keep that down. But for the rest of them, I used that tent pegs, and I had a couple left over. And they give you these little tiny tent pegs, which are like who's fooling who here. So I used proper tent pegs to keep him down, but he was fine. He didn't really budge. Even he wasn't inflated, but he didn't lift up or anything like that.
Yeah, because if you'd an angry postman and he's having a bad day, and he could drop kick that right over the house.
Oh yeah, 100%. Taking it out on Grogu like an angry scout trooper.
Yeah.
Shall we talk news? The tea, so to speak?
Yeah, let's do the main events of the week.
Obviously, our top story this week is this one. I didn't know they were making a game. The downside, so the upside is we're getting a new Star Wars game. And we'll talk about that in just a sec. The downside is who's making that Star Wars game.
Who is it? It's not EA, is it?
Quantic Dream.
Aye. Have EA completely stepped away from Star Wars now?
I don't.
And all that stuff.
I don't know if they have, because the idea that they were always going to do was, or Disney was going to do, was they were going to ship it out to anyone who could make a game, basically. So EA is making, or through BioWare, EA is remaking the Old Republic game.
Yeah, you're getting ballsy here. You're putting on
this up just in case.
Trailer with sound as well. This trailer looks utterly fantastic.
I'd love to see this movie. To be honest,
me too. I know. It looks absolutely amazing. Yeah.
And this is set at the time of the High Republic, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it's cinematic.
It looks amazing, and none of this is in-game footage. I should point out.
I can imagine.
This is all just made up and stuff.
I wonder when we'll get the game. Then is there a release date for this?
There's Yoda. Young Yoda as well.
Aye, so this is set back in... That's not C-3PO, though.
No. It's just a protocol droid.
This is set in the High Republic, or is it like older?
The older game, yeah. The older stuff, yeah.
Aye. So we get young Yoda, not baby Yoda.
Yeah. Not baby Yoda,
not teenage Yoda, but sort of.
What's his face from the guild? There's a Padme surrogate.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be, as Lucas always says, there'll be
symmetry.
Everything. What does he says? Symmetry, but he says
it's like poetry.
It's like poetry.
Everything has to rhyme.
That's right.
And you can see that there's the big giant capital ships are there from the Trade Federation.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I was saying this before that
Avatar,
kids that grew up with the prequel movies are now older. Obviously, right? I'm stating obvious.
I got Baron Harkonnen vibes from this.
Yeah. But then that's their nostalgia now. So that's why we're getting kind of nostalgic stuff from the Clone Wars,
Yeah. That's true, yeah.
Very June-y that as well.
It is very, very, very June-y.
That logo.
Yeah. And it's Quantic Dream that does it. So we'll see. Quantic Dream, they did...
Hard to tell from that because it is a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
As opposed to gameplay footage, but
they did Heavy Rain. That was the big one they did. On PlayStation.
Okay. That was more of a kind of a book, though. Really, it was a visual sort of.
Yeah, it was more like press. Really. You because you went into the shopping mall and you're going, Jason, you're sharing out.
It was a story. Very good, though.
Yeah, they also did Detroit Becoming Human.
Oh, that was excellent, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great game.
I think they have a wee kind of penchant for being a bit late in developing their games. Like they have that philosophy of it'll be ready when it's ready kind of thing. So my instinct is it ain't coming anytime soon.
Right. Well, if they've made those two games, then it's going to be a story-driven.
I think so. Yeah.
That type of thing, because Detroit was that as well. It was like a movie. You made the decisions basically. So
and it's the same as Heavy Rain as well. They did Nomad Soul. That was a great game actually. Huh. Right. Nomad Soul was David Bowie got involved in it. He did the music for it, and he did the voice acting in it as well.
All right.
I remember playing that. Oh god, that was 1999. Holy crap.
Only 22 years ago.
I know, yeah. So there's the Star Wars Eclipse thing. Sticking with Star Wars, you know that Disney's been doing this sort of Galactic Star Cruiser thing, and it turned. So they released a video recently, and it was some guy from the Goldbergs. I don't watch the Goldbergs. I don't know who he is.
No.
And some women involved in the creation of it, an Imagineer. And so they have this thing here. This is the bridge set or the bridge part of the ship. Do you notice anything about that?
Oh, I can't see it really that well. No, you need to tell me.
Part of the backlash is it looks nothing like Star Wars. It looks more like Battlestar Galactica in the 1970s.
Or something.
Yeah. And
did Ryan Johnson have a hand in this?
Yeah, he was 100% involved. I don't know. He had nothing to do with it. So the backlash is so bad about this, they had to pull the video. This particular video that goes and shows there's a Twilight dancer and singer. It's not going to show you there.
So that you can't see it anymore online.
No, it's gone. I mean, I'm assuming there's probably, and I don't want to play it because Disney's a bit,
looks cheesy as hell as well.
Yeah, it just looks awful. Like it does not look like Star Wars. Like, bro, this isn't Star Wars. This is Space Conflicts. Who the heck approved this for a $6,000 hotel experience?
See that, right? All the kind of clean stuff.
Yeah.
to me, that's not Star Wars. Star Wars is all the lived in, gritty.
That is 100% the comments that everyone's made about it.
Jet fuel. It should be that, not that. Definitely not that.
Yeah, that's exactly what people are saying, and it's the same thing with like in June, like everything feels lived in and everything feels
World build,
decaying. Yeah, world building, all that kind of stuff. Because remember we were saying about the dial in June where it's there's something in the console that's a dial, and you can see that the lettering beside it has been rubbed out where somebody would go like that with a gloved hand.
Yes,
like it makes nothing but sense. Like you can see exactly what you need to do to start this craft just based on the wear and tear of it, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. And Galaxy's Edge though is like that. It's all decay, things are broken, you know, everything looks like it's rusting, and it's just lived in. It's like normal life. That's great about it.
I actually think that's why one of many reasons. Sorry to bang on about Rian Johnson again, but it was too clean.
Yeah,
you know, the spaceship that they were in with the
Snoke.
No, well, the Snoke space, his ship,
his massive ship that you had no need for.
Yeah, the ship that Princess Leia and Poe and all them were in was very clean looking, crisp. They went to that casino planet. It was all
Canto
clean
Bight.
and crisp.
Yeah.
Canto Bight, yeah. What do you call the actress? For God's sake, I really like her.
Oh yeah, yeah, Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. You know, she was very clean and crisp and stuff. And it's not Star Wars.
No.
At least Rise of Skywalker tried to kind of get back into the gritty stuff, you know, but
yeah, but that
overall failed.
Yeah, the trilogy's not good.
The trilogy's bad. Yeah, that is bad. On hindsight, now looking back in all three films, what could have been to
what it ended up being.
Happened.
Yeah. Like the third one it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we're rehashing when we talk about that. Anyway,
I know.
This is this is from Eckhart's Ladder, who's quite big in the old Star Wars fan community. And he's usually very positive about things. So for him to say this isn't Star Wars, this is space conflicts, and he actually did a video about it as well. That was sponsored, and he's going like, my sponsor's not going to be happy because he thought I was going to talk about like the High Republic, and I'm not. So he went off on a complete tangent.
What's space conflict?
He's just saying it's not Star Wars, it's space conflicts. It's
right, he's
version.
Okay, he's just
yeah. So it doesn't look good. There's a lightsaber battle as well. It doesn't look good either. Apparently, it looks better in person than it does in camera. And it's like, well, you're not selling it to me then. I mean, it's like, for $6,000, by the way, is a family of 4 for 2 days.
No.
And not get this, like you're not getting like, it's not like it's a cruise. Like if you go on a cruise for 2 days, it's not $6,000 for a start. It's near $500 for a 2-day cruise. You're getting all you can eat buffets and all that kind of stuff. Like you're not getting anything like that in here.
All the blue milk you can drink.
All the blue milk you can drink. Yeah, you could drown in blue milk if you wanted. You're not getting that at the Star Cruiser. You're just getting this like very clinical. At this point, you will be here. At this point, you will be here type experience. You're getting these timed experiences.
It's got to flow, doesn't it? An experience like that. As if you actually forget you're in an experience.
What you want is something like Westworld.
Correct.
That's what people want. I mean, with the less killing and the other stuff in it, but you want an experience that you can be submerged in. A PG-13 experience that you want to be immersed in. And that would be awesome. Like if every night you would like, because there's one as well where it's you get to interact. Like one of the big things that they had was you get to interact with like one of the creatures in there, and it turns out it's one person gets to interact and everybody else gets to watch. Well, that's not an experience then. That's
That
just
sounds like an adult film I saw once. But anyway.
Steady. That's Ollivanders in Universal Studios, where you go into the wand shop and he goes, "Oh, you need to pick a wand for the wizard," or the wizard picks the wand, or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's crap. Star Wars ripoff. Anyway, so you go in and you get your wand and all that kind of stuff, and one kid gets pulled out, and then they get to choose their wand, and then they go, "Oh, thanks very much," and then you can buy it if you want, or choose another wand. And it's like a kind of show. You're forced to buy it.
You need to buy it now. You've touched it.
Yes.
This is COVID rules.
You flicked it.
Not our rules.
Like that. So it feels a bit like that, which is not like that's a free experience in Universal Studios. Like no one's grabbing you by the hand and saying you have to experience this. If you have to experience this for $6,000, I want to be up and personal with the thing as well. Like I want to be that. It's like when you go and do Smugglers Run. It's like I want to be the pilot.
But that sounded good though, and you've done that a few times.
So good.
Yeah.
But again,
a lot of people have said it's good.
So here's the thing. Here's another problem I've got is the argument that you need to keep it this way because it's high traffic area and you want something that's going to be long lasting. If that's the case, what's the argument against Smugglers Run? Because Smugglers Run is a high traffic area and it looks like the Millennium Falcon. It looks like a piece of junk.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. There's bits dangling off the ceiling and stuff. It feels like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
This just feels like not good. Bit of a missed opportunity.
I don't know what you're doing for you. It's your 50th coming up.
It is, yeah.
Well, should I have said that? It's your 40th coming up.
21 again, as they say.
I'm 39. 38 at the moment.
Aye, right.
Aye, right. So yeah, it's your big birthday coming up. You've been to Star Wars Land, but for my 50th, I want to go there with you.
Yeah. That's next year. Not next year, the year after.
It's a year away. I've got a year to save.
Yeah. You and me. Me, bro. You know, it'd be nice as well. If we could kill two birds with one stone, we could stay at the room that John Lennon signed the death of the Beatles. That'd be great as well.
Well, that'd be cool. Well, it's a bit morbid though, but what I'm going to do
is history though.
I'm going to push little kids to the side and get right to the front so that me and you can drive the Millennium Falcon. The way that I did at the Alien Experience in Glasgow.
That's right, yeah.
Alien War.
Cut their hamstrings and just push them to the side.
No, no.
Right.
I didn't. I just pushed them down and stood on their backs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I have a question for you. I sent this to you, moving swiftly along. I sent this to you, and it was.
I'm not kidding.
There was a movie. I'll get it out eventually. There's a movie called The Woman in the Window, which was Amy Adams.
Yes, I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah, and in Samsung, she said it was good. And so I noticed there's something out that Kristen Bell has done, and it's
this is a series though.
This is a mini series, coming out in January on Netflix, and it's called "The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window."
Sounds
did they do that as a joke?
I think they maybe did. It sounds like either sounds like a Smiths title for a song, or it sounds like The Woman in the Window.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Stranger on a Train. And what was the other one?
Dial M for Murder.
Aye, a kind of conglomeration of all those sort of things. What was the girl in the train?
Wait. Oh, I know what it is. This is the elevator pitch. It's the woman in the house meets the girl in the window, and the guy went, "What did you say?" And he's like, "The woman in the house meets the girl in the window," and he goes, "Like that is a great title. Make that." And he's like, "What?" And so now they've got to call it this.
Is it the pitch meeting?
Yeah, it's a pitch meeting. Yeah, elevator pitch.
Super easy.
Yeah, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Do you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's called The Woman in the House Across the Street with the Girl in the Window.
Yeah.
What?
Does it? TV series.
Would you like to see the new Sonic trailer?
Yes, please. I thought this was fake. Danny told me about this, and I was like, "Oh, it must be fake."
Because of the moustache?
No, I hadn't seen it, and I thought it seems quite quick that they've. But then we've probably lost a couple of years with COVID, right enough. But because the first one was kind of pretty much made, that was the first one was the last one we saw in the pictures. That sounds like a title for a film as well. The first one was the last.
Say that again.
The first one was the last film we saw in the pictures before COVID. Make that into a film.
The first one was the last one?
First one was the last film we saw in the pictures before COVID.
Right. The last movie I saw in the pictures before COVID was Rise of Skywalker, which was December 2019.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So here is Sonic 2.
I think this looks good.
I like the first movie. I thought this.
Me too. Well. Yeah, we've watched the first one quite a number of times.
Here we go.
I've seen it a couple of times.
The first one was funny because obviously the fans kind of got what they wanted with changing Sonic to the way it should look.
It should have been. It's the same look here as well, obviously.
Yeah. When you go back to that original trailer, still kicking about the internet, it looks terrible compared to this.
There will come a moment when your powers be needed.
And also Jim Carrey in this looks amazing.
That moment.
Well, he was brilliant in the first one. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. It's good to see him like that again, isn't it?
Yeah,
that
it is. This bit
he just looks as if he's having a ball in this as well.
Yeah.
This looks brilliant. It looks a lot of it looks like from the games as well.
Yes, the wasps. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they've kind of done it more so in this. It more looks like the games than the first one did.
His jacket and uniform and the goggles stuck in his head.
He's much more Robotnik-y.
Yeah.
His Tails is in it as well.
Yep.
This is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting.
Which is good.
I have no idea.
Rule number 1 in a sequel, add another character.
Oh yeah. Well,
that you can sell toys from. See this stuff? That just looks like straight from the game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool. Sorry, podcasters.
I know, sorry. Yeah.
Listeners. You'll need to watch this yourselves.
I know, it's great.
On the YouTube. Or join our YouTube channel. You do that. See what we're seeing.
Idris Elba.
Is it Idris?
Yep. Plays
Cool.
Knuckles.
Where
Like about Idris.
are my manners? Sonic,
Brilliant.
beat Knuckles.
I mean, I can't wait to see Jim Carrey chewing up the scenery in this one. It's gonna be great.
Totally. Yeah. It's cool.
I think he's great as the comic book villain, Dr. Robotnik or Eggman or whatever the hell they call him. He's always Dr. Robotnik to us.
Yeah. He's called both. He's called both. He's more egg shaped in the games though than he is in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that is pretty much a documentary, that movie.
Yeah.
There's well, I don't know if you've got this in the list, but it kind of follows on from there's a number of movies coming out this week.
Oh, really?
Very big. Aye. Well, you've got Spider-Man.
Yes.
You've got the new Matrix. And I think there's something else, but I can't think what it is. Certainly two biggies. That was pretty exciting. Both trailers look fantastic. So I know that Matrix obviously had kind of first movie was great, second movie was okay, third movie I've not seen, but I've heard it's not that great. But this new trailer looks fantastic. This new one.
What do we got? We've got so the 17th we got Nightmare Alley, Spider-Man Nowhere From Home. December 22nd, The Kingsman.
Is that all right? Is that...
And Matrix Resurrections, Sing 2 as well. December 24th is Licorice Pizza with her from Haim is in it, and Bradley Cooper as well.
Okay.
American.
Know about that.
And then Christmas Day is American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story. Don't know what that is.
So the two big ones are then The Matrix and Spidey.
Yeah. Some people like the Kingsman. I mean, this is the Kingsman, but still.
I like the Kingsman.
Yeah.
Films. I like both of them actually.
Yeah.
Both good.
Yeah. Eggsy.
I liked Elton John when he appeared in it.
Yeah, it was
funny.
Yeah.
Angry.
Yes.
No, it was pretty good.
There's one other story which I don't know if you know anything about, but it's where is it? I've lost it. Oh, here we go. The BBC has changed their icons. Ubisoft have decided to offer things called digits, which are NFTs.
Oh yeah.
In game.
Non-fundable transfer.
Non-fungible transactions.
Transaction.
They go. Non-fungible tokens. Sorry, have exploded in popularity. The only downside is apparently they're not good for the environment, and so there's a bit of a backlash about them. That and the fact that UbiPlay is not exactly on everyone's top list to install on their machines. But yeah, they're offering these NFTs for in-game. Apparently, it's going to use this Bezos blockchain, which is a bit more energy efficient than other options. I've no idea why, but apparently it's more energy efficient. So it's limited edition items for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. They can be paid for with cryptocurrency, but only the launch countries of USA, Canada, Spain, France, Germany, Italy, Belgium, Australia, and Brazil. Oh, no mention of the UK because you guys did Brexit.
I don't care. I don't want it.
I don't particularly want it either.
So is this physical money? What is it?
No, it's non-fungible tokens.
Why is it bad for the environment? I don't get it.
Because it uses the blockchain.
What's that?
So cryptocurrency. In order to mine
and crap.
Yeah, so it relies on prime numbers, and in order to find bigger prime numbers, you need a lot of compute power, and compute power means electricity, because that's what you need to feed computers. You take electricity, you put it in there, and it takes longer and longer and longer. The more of these primes are found, the less likely there are remaining primes.
There's a physical aspect to this.
No, it's all digital.
So why? Right.
The physical part of it is the electricity that goes into the computers.
Yeah, so there's a physical thing. No.
Yeah.
Right, I need to do a physical thing right now.
Right, I will pause for just a second, and we'll be right back.
2 seconds.
Shall we go into what have you been watching?
Yes.
So, what have you been watching?
This week, well, because I was away on Friday, so I didn't have cinema night, but Daniel and Evelyn did, and they watched A Quiet Place.
What?
So on Saturday, Daniel was like, "Oh, can we watch the second part?" So we watched the second part as well, which was great. Have you seen those two movies?
No.
They are modern classics. Total brilliant.
Steady.
100%.
People
Stonewall.
bandy that around a lot. Oh, it's a modern classic. They very rarely are.
Maybe
Age
the
of
next
Tomorrow,
time,
modern classic.
maybe the next time you flick on a Adam Sandler film, you should maybe stop.
Okay.
And
You
flick one of
watch
them on
one
instead.
Adam Sandler movie a year, and you start getting shouted at.
One.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm not a fan. Trust me, I'm not a fan.
I know you're not. You seem to get forced into watching these bloody things. Anyway,
The only one
films.
I liked recently was the Diamond one.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah. Anyway. These two films are proper Stonewall modern classics. Brilliant. Yeah.
Stonewall classics now.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this back to you in 10 years' time. You're going to, I never said that. And I'll be like, play tape.
No, I totally stand by that. I've seen them quite a number of times. I've seen the first one. I never saw it on Friday there, but I've seen it a couple of times before. That's the second time I've seen this part two. Brilliant.
Just where other movies are available, you can also watch the Adam Sandler movies as well. Click.
If you like, but don't. I tried to watch this Power of the Dog on Netflix with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch, yeah.
And your man, God, I'm terrible.
Sam Rockwell.
No, Kirsten Dunst is in it. But it's her
Jesse Plemons is in it. Yeah,
Jesse Plemons, right? Who I really like him. I think he's a great actor.
He's fantastic. Yeah, he plays in USS Callister as well in Black Mirror.
He's great.
Yeah,
it's a great cast.
He's good at playing a creep as well because he's really good in USS Callister, and he's fantastic in Game Night as well.
Yeah,
he plays the
he's
cop.
also the baddie in Jungle Cruise.
Yes, he is, and he's fantastic in that. Very, very
pantomime. He's very kind of twirly moustache
to the point of he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's great in it as well. He's good as the narrator as well in Vice.
Yeah, so he is. So he is,
and he's in season 2 of Fargo as well.
Yep, with Kirsten Dunst.
In fact, I think that's how they met, or something like
that. I'm assuming it was. Yeah. I'll tell you, for my money, she's absolutely terrific as well. I think she's absolute dynamite. Yeah. I really do. I think she's absolutely brilliant. Mm-hmm. And I think she's one of the best actresses out right now.
So all of that said, Benedict Cumberbatch is fantastic. Jesse Plemons is fantastic. Kirsten Dunst is fantastic. What is it about this movie that is not fantastic then?
Why can't I get through it?
If you take all of that amazingness, awesome talent, who directs it?
It's Jane Campion, I think, that directed the piano. I'm pretty sure it's her that directs it. And it's a kind of slow burner, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't mind that, right? If there's kind of interesting stuff going on. But so far, it's not quite come together. I've not watched it all yet, so I can't really judge it completely. But I don't know if this is kind of Benedict's Daniel Day-Lewis moment or something, you know.
I have a milkshake.
Aye, that type of.
Like you have a milkshake, you should say.
You know, I drink your milkshake.
My straw.
My straw. All the
I'm
way to your
finished.
milkshake. Oh man, what a film! What an actor.
So the guy that did
Yeah.
that, he's got a new movie out called Licorice Pizza.
Oh, is that his new movie?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson. Oh, right, okay,
Yeah.
right. My God, I didn't know that, and that's one of my
One
favourite
of your favourite
directors.
directors, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's Bradley Walsh and Bradley Cooper.
Oh, right. Sorry. Do you know? I didn't know that. I knew. I recognised the name. I've seen the trailer.
So Bradley Cooper plays the guy that produced the 1970 A Star Is Born with Barbra Streisand, and he produced the 2020s version of A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
He said he met the guy once and he didn't like him. And apparently he's quite problematic these days.
Did you see A Star Is Born?
Obvious reasons. I did not. I think Lady Gaga, to be honest, is actually pretty good most of the time when I've seen her in acting type roles. And I like Bradley Cooper.
It's like you should see that. It's on. I think it's on net. Is it on Netflix?
Star Is Born.
On something.
You just shook your head though. For
like
those of you watching on a podcast.
What?
I said, have you not seen it? And I went, no, and you went, like, don't bother.
No, as in, no, I shook my head as in, oh my God, no, another one you've not seen.
I've not seen
on
lots of movies.
On a podcast about movies and TV shows.
I've seen plenty of things.
At least I'm doing it.
How's Invasion going, Jody?
Oh, I fell away for that.
I see. There you go. Sometimes this is not the movie for you. This is not the book for you. It just slams shut on you. Anyway, so the power of dog does not have the power of compulsion.
So far, so bad. But I've heard folk saying, I've not seen it all yet, so I can't really judge it. But I've heard people saying it's the best thing this year and stuff, and really going for it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm comparing it to Paul Thomas Anderson movies that and stuff. Nowhere near the quality of that film. Jeez, no chance.
Yeah. Is it better than 310 from Zuma? Because Yuma, sorry.
That was all right.
310 to Yuma. I'll get the title right eventually. Yeah. I watched 310 to Yuma with no subtitles and no audio because I didn't have headphones, and the it was in the back of a plane seat. And my headphones broke.
Am I getting mixed up? Or you get mixed up? Is that
Christian Bale?
Aye.
Yeah, I watched it, and I thought it was one of the best movies I'd seen that year.
Yeah.
And I missed half of it because of no audio or anything.
What's the Korean one about the zombies in the train?
Oh, that looks good as well. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yeah,
I've not seen it, but it's a similar title.
Well. Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Yuma's a place in.
It's quite old though.
Arkansas, somewhere. I don't know where it is.
By God, we are rambling.
Oh, unbelievably. Okay, so you didn't. I know for a movie you didn't even watch.
Anyway,
okay, so it's a terrible movie so far. You're not getting into it.
Get it back.
Moving along.
Back in the box. So on Prime, there's a movie called Encounter with Riz Ahmed.
Oh yeah. The drummer guy.
Yep. Well, he's in that
pilot.
The sound of
metal.
I've
not even seen it.
And he's a pilot, and God, slow. I can't wait to hear what you've seen this week. Shocking.
You'll be amazed.
Well, good. Okay. So this is Riz Ahmed. He's an ex-Marine. He is. He basically.
Do you know British?
Yeah. He's got it in his head.
Like Royal Marine, not US.
No, he plays an American Marine.
Oh, okay.
It's set in America.
Okay.
He's got it in his head that there's this parasitic invasion from space, and they're taking over people like kind of day after tomorrow, or not day after tomorrow.
Body snatchers. And
he's got it in his head. There's something going on. So he does. He kidnaps his two boys and goes on a road trip to what he calls the base, where he's going to kind of save them. He reckons his mum and stepdad are like lost causes because they've already got the parasite in them and stuff. So it's one of those ones. It's like, is this all in his head, or is it real?
Right.
You know, is it a real thing? You know, so it's like, has he guessing all the way? What a film, by the way. He's brilliant in it. The two kids are phenomenal in it. You really believe this relationship encounter. It's just new, and it's on Prime. It's great. I really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's really well made as well. You know, the visuals and stuff, and the way it's filmed. The acting's top notch. I mean, he is on the up and up. That guy. He's made some great movies now. So yeah, that's my lot.
That's it.
And that's it.
Oh my god. Okay. Right. Well, this week we decided we're going to do an Adam Sandler festival, and we started watching. I'm kidding. His face. We started watching Army of Thieves last night. I'll start with the things we didn't finish. So it's a spin-off of. It's directed by the guy that was a safecracker in Army of Zombies or whatever it was called. What was it called? Army of the Dead.
Yeah. No.
It's the Dave Bautista, Zack Snyder thing that was done on Netflix. So it's a spin-off of that, and it's about these particular safes. The actress from Fast and Furious is in it. Ramsey is her name in Fast and Furious. I don't Natalie something or other. I'm not sure what her name is. Sorry. She's in it. And then two other people. Oh no, the guy from Borderline's in it. Remember, there's a comedy show called Borderline, and it was about these British customs agents.
No, I don't remember.
I don't know if you ever watched that. Okay, so there was these two baggage handlers, and it was the guy with a quick mouth. There was a quiet one. There was one that was a bit mouthy, and it's the one that was a bit mouthy that's in this. And I thought he was hilarious in that, and he's really funny in this as well. He plays a getaway driver. So we're about half an hour into it. Anime had to go and do something last night, so I'm going to continue tonight. I thought it was good so far. It's a heist movie. What do you want from it? It's
No, it's on my list. That one definitely looks good.
It's good so far. We watched a couple of classics this week. Wild Wild West, which is please leave brain on coffee table and watch movie. It's just a brainless, stupid movie. Everyone who has worked on it has disowned it, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, like everyone hated the movie. Like they did not like the experience of making the movie. They thought it was stupid and puerile and dumb. And I liked it.
We tried to watch that recently and we had to put it off. Man, just
really
couldn't get into it. And I was like, really? No. I think it's a whole bathtub scene at the start with Will Smith, and he was like freaking out because he thought he shouldn't be watching stuff like that. So.
Okay.
I was like, chill out, man.
It's just a water tower. That's how the city gets its water. So Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. We watched that because it's Christmas, obviously.
Oh, brilliant film.
Which is, I would argue that might be better than the first one.
A lot of people say that.
The first one's good and all. It's a classic, but I think they managed to get lightning in a bottle again with the second one.
Definitely.
Harry and Mark.
I would argue it's better. The Tim Curry aspect, the bug lady.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's got a great cast. I mean, it's the three of the original. Well, I mean, the majority, the entire family's there, but the main cast is back. So Macaulay Culkin's there, and he's great as Kevin, and Marv and Harry are there again,
which is highly unlikely. Anyway,
the bit where Marv looks up and goes, "Wow, what a hole!" It just gets me every single time. It's just the best line in the world. So funny. When you read a script and you look at the words and you're going like, this isn't funny. And then you get an actual actor to say the lines and react to the situation, and you see what they make of that. It is just so good.
That's a great film.
And of course, I'm burying the lead because I watched Jojo Rabbit this week.
Oh,
finally!
It's
taken me a while. See,
I was going to ask you actually.
Guys, you go off to your cinemas and all that kind of stuff, and I don't like the cinema. I'm not a big fan of spending $100 to go and see a movie in the cinema. I'd rather just wait for it to come out streaming with other people in a room with people shouting it and
see. This is why we've only
reading their phones and all that kind of stuff.
Subscribers. You've just said you hate the cinema.
No, I don't. I hate going to the cinema. I love movies. I hate going to the cinema.
I
love movies so much. I dedicated an entire room of my house to the movies.
You know what? Yeah, I agree with you actually about the cinema. I get stressed out.
I don't like it.
Bit in the cinema. I've got to, so much so now that when I'm like, oh, I'll pick the seats type thing, because I always want to be at the end of a row, right? But in the middle section, but at the end of the row, so that we're kind of reasonably straight on.
Yeah.
And I want to be away from people as well. I don't want to have kids kicking the back of my chair. I don't want anybody eating beside me.
Do you know the thing is, the first thing I do when I go into the set, and this is a really bad thing to admit, but I check where the exits are. Because the problem, and this is a line from one of my favorite movies with Will Smith, is when Agent K says, "No, a person is clever, people are dumb." Like I just hate that whole idea of just like an entire movie theater full of idiots with popcorn and sticky syrupy drinks, freaking out. Anyway, that being said, I don't like the cinema experience. I like movies, but I don't like going to the cinema. So anyway,
that's why you built your own cinema,
which is why I built my own cinema, basically. Yeah. And to be frank and honest, it's a projector and a screen and a sound system. It's not like there's no usher.
But it's just well, I know you. I don't mean
nice.
You cinema. Cinema, you get punters coming in. Right, anyway,
God forbid.
Let's get to the bloody.
See, getting the stuff at the concession stand. Okay, so the kid in it is fantastic. The only downside, the only problem I've got is Max from Home Alone. Sweet Home Alone was in it. He plays the little friend.
Yeah.
With the glasses.
Yeah.
But even he was great in it. Just shows you what a great director can do. Oh well.
Oh man.
Taika Waititi is. Again, we banded this around quite a lot on this podcast. Probably one of my favorite directors. I think he's just amazing. I think he has just excellent comic timing, and I'm gonna do a bit of a comparison between Jojo Rabbit and another wartime movie of the same kind of ilk. What I thought it was very similar in ways to Schindler's List.
I knew you were going to say that.
Especially the butterfly bit. Which was quite kind of it had the same. Let me put it this way: it had the same impact on me as the girl with the red coat. It was the same thing, and it was like foreshadowed earlier on. Like I love I'm getting
shivers thinking about that scene because it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's so well executed. Like, but the thing is, they talk about it in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. It happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then it doesn't play out until like 45 minutes later, whenever it is, like in the third act, or just as you're getting into the third act. Sorry, yeah, it's like towards the end of the second act, it gets revealed. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil it for that. But like him as Hitler, oh my god. Like the bits where he's doing all these kind of comic things, like, well, I didn't want to do that, and I don't want to do that, and then eventually, you will do this, and he turns into like the raging kind of like all that kind of stuff. It was so good.
I know,
just amazing stuff, and the little kid reacting to it as well.
Oh man, I know,
brilliant.
Oh god.
all props to Scarlett Johansson. I keep calling her Johansson.
See the bit when
Scarlett Johansson.
I wish my dad was here. That scene.
That bit there.
Oh my god, that gets me every time I watch it.
Fantastic, like that whole bit there, and she's not in it for a long. She's not in it a lot, to be honest. But the bits that she's in it is fantastic. The bit where she ties his shoelaces together to teach him a lesson is really just kind of messed with him, or not really teaching a lesson, but that bit's fantastic as well. Like all the bits that she's in, it's great. The little girl that plays the Jewish kid hiding in the wall is great. I'm not really spoiling it. So notice in the first 10 minutes. So Scarlett Johansson's fantastic. Sam Rockwell.
Oh my god, I know.
The guy's amazing.
The guy is incredible.
Everything this guy does. He's so good. He played W. Bush in Vice. He was what's his name? Zaphod Beeblebrox in
he was.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, he was the baddie in Charlie's Angels as well. He's been in a ton of movies. Yeah. And he's been fantastic in every single one of them, and this is no exception. Moon as well, yeah. Just amazing, just so good, and he's in it. I think quite a bit of them, like in the movie. But to be honest, one of my favorite characters was played by Rebel Wilson. There's two favorite characters actually. She was great as the overzealous Nazi. She was Hildy or whatever her name was. I don't know what her name was, but she was just so good. You want
willing to have hundreds of babies and all that.
I had 18 babies in the last 4 years. I know. So she was great as well. And who was the other one as well? Oh yeah, Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, man.
First of all, I did not know he was 6'7" tall.
Yeah.
So Sam Rockwell, for anyone who wants reference, is about the same height as me, and he towered over Sam Rockwell, and he was just this bureaucrat, this horrible, job center type bureaucrat. So good. Oh, it was fantastic. It was a great movie.
Is that not just the best film? I mean, I think that's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's so good, and it showed. I mean, did he make that film off the back of? I can't remember what came first. Was it Thor Ragnarok and then that, or the other way around?
I think it was Thor. I think so. Yeah.
Those two movies back to back, you know. Or anyway, whatever way it came, they were back to back. And he made the Wilder Hunt for the Wilder People as well. That's a great film. And obviously, What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious as well. And he's directed one of the episodes in Mandalorian, the first season as well. It's just the guy's
getting his own show as well. So.
Oh man, the guy's just what a film! That's got to be his best film, though. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's pathos and humor all rolled into one. It's fantastic. It's really good, and it's so well paced as well. Like I watched it normally when I sit down and watch a movie, I watch it in like 20-minute increments because they've got stuff going throughout the evening. But this one, I'm like, no, I'm sitting watching this. This is gripped me. This is proper gripped me. So I loved it. Every minute of it.
Brilliant. Really good. Oh, great. Good. I'm glad. Thank God for that.
TV wise, I haven't even finished. We're running over, so alert the affiliates. Watch the Invasion finale. I know you've given up on it, but I was like, no, I've got to keep going. Nothing happens in the whole show right up until the bit where the credits roll for the finale. Nothing happens.
Really?
Like nothing, not a damn thing. But for me, it was fantastic television. For Anne-Marie, she's going like, is that it? She get pulled into the show, and she's like, are they making another series? And I'm like, yeah, they have to.
Really?
I believe so. I don't know.
Think I checked. I'm the same. When I watched it, I was like, nothing's really happening here.
I like the whole Travolta stuff. I love the Casper things. I love when the two of them got together. That was really good. I like the Hoshi stuff. I don't know. I just all of the separate parts of it became like really.
Do you know the most interesting bit when I was watching it was the bit when the kind of American Marine was in the desert.
Travante,
yeah, and they all experienced that thing where it's like a kind of sand cloud and stuff. And, you know, I like, what the hell was that? And
then it's all muted sound.
And everyone's gone. I was like, whoa, this is getting good.
Yeah.
So there's no payoff really then.
I mean, yes, but it leads into a second season.
Right. Okay.
Like there's no payoff for this season.
Well, how many episodes is it?
10.
10. Right. I'll need to watch it. I mean, you know,
you need to watch Foundation as well.
I'm on 7. I think I'm on 7, so I'm not that far away behind you.
So there's 2 reasons. So again, I just want to caveat this for people who are screaming at their car stereo. Foundation is nothing like the books, and this is what the people are screaming at the car radio at me, and they'll hopefully just. It's bad enough out there when you're driving to get angry at some guy in a radio. It's nothing like the books. But having said that, though, they take a lot of the ideas that are in the books and then they sort of expand on them and sort of do twisty kind of things with them. Very similar to the Martian Chronicles, which is what I keep comparing it to. But Foundation is the Mac Daddy of epic empirical space things. It's the one that begat Dune, and Dune begat Star Wars type stuff. So Foundation is great in name, but also like just the way they've executed it as well. It's so good. It's something that lasts. It's the same as the Martian. There's the reason why it's like the Martian Chronicles. The Martian Chronicles isn't over a year. It's over like hundreds of years, like 200 years or something. It goes over, and Foundation's the same. It's like a multi-year arc in one season. Because it's all about an empire. It's not about 2 people or whatever. Do you need to?
Does?
No, I've got one more.
Oh, is it not?
No, I've got a couple of things left. Sorry. Do you need to go?
That's terrible, isn't it? What's wrong with
it? Right. We'll pause. You go.
Sorry. She's so bad.
Okay. You okay?
Dear, dear.
It's the cold weather. That's what it is. All right. I started watching. So there's 2 things that came out, and so I didn't realize that they were doing this. But so there was the Tiger King season 2 that came out, and there's this new one called Tiger King: The Doc Antle Story.
I'm glad you brought that up because I just noticed that tonight.
Yeah. So I watched the first 2 episodes.
Aye.
It's not as good as season 1 of Tiger King, which we talked about before. I watched recently, and it's just like a page turner. Like honestly, go back and watch Tiger King, because you'll be like, oh my god, I forgot how bad this is, because it's just one after the other. But there's so much footage they've taken from Tiger King that they never showed. So I think they've got enough for like another 3 documentaries.
Yeah.
On this,
so they focused on one character, then, have they?
Yeah, so they focused on this guy called Doc Antle, who's Bhagavan Antle. He's the let me show you.
Is he the one with the leg missing?
No, that's Steve or something. His name is. Let me just bring this up here. I need to share the screen. This one here, share here. This guy here. Do you remember him from Tiger King?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of pictures of him here. This guy here.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay,
So he wasn't part of the Tiger King's
the show.
Zoo.
No. He was
in
the
he was
part
thing,
of Tigers or something. So he was like the kind of celebrity guy. So he was the guy that got you tigers for like Ace Ventura or Dr. Dolittle or those kind of movies. He was like the kind of celebrity guy. So it turned out that he used to be under the Bhagwan that started the. You probably don't, because it was 1969. Yeah, we weren't even born then. The Bhagwan the Bhagwan who started. Why can't I remember this place? Woodstock.
Oh yeah.
So he said, and now it commences or whatever it was. So he went on to great fame because obviously he's enlightenment, squeegee your third eye and all that kind of stuff. So he created this yoga ashram type thing in Virginia. And Antle had a farm down the road from there, and he like joined the Yogaville, it was called.
Yogaville.
And apparently it was like Wild Wild Country, but without the guns.
That's a good show.
That's a great show. That is a great show.
Wow.
I started watching that recently, and again, I'm like, I can't remember this stuff. This is so good. Anyway, yeah, so it's kind of like that. So very kind of cultish, and apparently that's how he got his inspiration. But all these characters are coming out of the woodwork and going like, this is not a good guy. No. And so it's a story about him. So I don't know how many episodes there are. Maybe two or four. 4 or 6. I never looked. I just dived straight into it. Where are we?
They're really milking the old Tiger King, aren't they?
They really are, yeah.
You know, they've obviously kind of trying to. It was so popular.
Yeah, there's 3 episodes of this,
really
so I'm 2/3 of the way through it. So I'll watch the third one.
Do you know what it is? There's so many interesting characters. I'd love to see a documentary about the guy and his girlfriend that took over.
Jeff Lowe.
Jeff Lowe.
Yeah.
Who used to be in Vegas and stuff, and I want to see this. I want to see him, his life.
They've all got stick-on ponytails. Tiger people. I don't know if that's like a prerequisite to have a tiger is you get a stick-on ponytail.
They're a bit kind of showbiz, aren't they? They're a bit kind of clairvoyant, male clairvoyant type look. You know that.
I'm getting a letter M.
Tan,
M. What? Derek Acona?
Fake tan and tiny ponytail at the back.
Yeah, rat's tail. That's what it's called.
That type of thing. Aye.
I'm getting the name Cedric. Cedric or Cedric.
Very specific.
Colin. That's it. Colin. That's what I was thinking of.
Exactly.
Colin.
Indeed.
And finally, last night was Snow, Saturday Night Live, and Billie Eilish was on, and she was hosting and the musical guest.
Oh, cool!
Doing double duty, and it was actually a really good show. It was funny. Paul Rudd and Charlie XCX is on next week, so that'll be a good one as well. So
well,
watch that.
I actually never told you this, but me and Evelyn have started watching some Saturday Night Live, and we couldn't believe how funny it is. Was it?
I know.
I hadn't watched it for ages, and then I was like, "Ugh, it's American humour. I don't think we'll find it funny." There are jokes for us that don't land because they're a bit kind of
they did one
references, but
they did one a couple of years ago, and it was so parochial. It was funny. It was just funny because it was so parochial. Because if you're not in New York, you're not going to understand it. But they did all these jokes about Celino and Barnes, which at the time were like the big lawyers in New York. And of course, we get Celino and Barnes adverts all the time because we live right beside New York State. But yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, not obviously to anyone living in Kentucky.
I tell you who the guy was. It was the guy from Meet the Millers, the main actor,
Jason Sudeikis.
Yes, he was.
How far back? Oh, was he the guest?
He was the guest. Yeah.
All right, he was the host. Okay. Right.
He used to be. He used to be one of the main. Yeah, he was the guest though, and he was like, "Oh, I remember when." And then the other one was the McCulkin.
Kieran one. That was a good one as well.
That was a good. Those two were really good. Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a bit miss. I will say it can be a bit miss, but yeah, for the most part, the season's been pretty good. Keenan's always funny. Cecily Strong's getting more work now that Kate's off doing the Tiger King thing that she's doing. She's doing. She's playing Carol Baskins.
Right.
So I think she's back though, Kate. So I guess Cecily's probably not going to get as much work as she was getting before. But she's hilarious. I really like Cecily Strong.
Yes, that guy Keenan. I didn't realise he was part of Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
Because Danny watches that Good Burger movie.
Oh right,
he loves that. He loves that film
with Keenan.
He's seen it. Which is just a daft kids movie, but he's funny.
Anyway, so there was a skit last night, and it was a female singing the Smiths, please let me get what I want. But it was like a really kind of slowed down ballady type version of it. And it was a girl on the other side played by Billie Eilish. I don't know how to pronounce her surname. And then the other side was Kate McKinnon dressed as a granny, and they were over the divide of a tenement. So it's like there was like a gap between the two of them, and she's looking at him, and the old woman's looking at the photograph of this old man, and Billy's like, oh, so she gets a notepad out and she writes something and she puts up to the window, and the woman looks across and she gets this other bit of paper and it says, would you like to come over for Christmas dinner with my family? And she said, I'd love to. And she goes, that's great. And she goes, that's great. And then the granny writes something else and goes, will there be any blacks?
Oh my God.
I know it was back and forth. It was like, what about Jews?
Oh my God.
She goes, can you please check?
Oh my God.
And this other guy appears. Can I bring a guest? Can I bring Rutger? It's fun. It's hilarious. It's really good.
Nazis next door.
She's going. She sticks up another one. She goes, I didn't kill my husband. Margaret did. Rutger appears. She is Margaret.
Oh my God.
That's so good. Oh my God. Oh, we were in stitches.
Like a bit of wrong humor.
Yeah. Anyway, that was great. Anyway, I think we're done. We're done. You done?
Whew. Aye, about 15 minutes ago.
If you like what you saw, smash the old like button and share. It really helps the channel. Add comments below as well where we made mistakes and didn't say the right thing, and let us know. But yeah, if you did give us the old thumbs down, then please let us know how we can improve the show. Please. Do you know how pathetic you sound? Please. 11. And if you got this far and like what you saw and you want time to remind us when we put up a new channel, hit the old subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll find out when we get new things up on there, which is usually Sundays and Thursdays, which we do with James, who we're doing the Hawkeye the New reaction video. So we watch that with him, and obviously big shout out to Jill, his wife, who's suffering a wee bit just now with the old COVID.
Yes, get well soon.
So get well soon. But yeah, other than that, I think we're good to adios.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all for watching, and as soon as I find the outro video, and I'll start playing it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Cheers.